I pray for the safety of all good people who try Jack's recipes, even unwashed YouTubers and Gentiles. But we can't expect Jack or honest tries to do all the work.
Alright guys, today we're doing Jack's Monster Turkey Wings. I had to go all over the place to find turkey wings. The stores close to me did not have them, so I had to go to the west side of the city to get some. We're going to do about half of what Jack does. Let's grease the pan. Alright, let's give the celery a chop. Remove the sticker from the pepper. Jack didn't really say how to do the peppers. He didn't use them in his video. He forgot, so we are just gonna chop them. I assume that's... I can't imagine we'd have them julienned or anything. Just chop them. In goes the celery. In go the peppers. We will chop the onion. In go the mushrooms. I guess that's okay. In we go. I took the liberty of separating the turkey and washing my hands. Sorry if you wanted to watch that. You just have to imagine it. Alright, let's season it. I'm gonna use some pepper. I like pepper, so probably overdo it, but that's alright. Use some salt. And we'll do some onion powder. Some basil. Jack used a ton of onion powder, like just a ton, so I used probably more than I normally would, but I don't think I used as much as him. Some basil. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. False alarm. Alright. Garlic powder. Use roughly the same amount of onion powder. And then we will put in some poultry seasoning. It doesn't want to come out of there for some reason. There we go. Alright, that's probably good. Alright, we can toss this around. Alright, let's put the turkey on the bed of vegetables here. Heavier skin side down, I guess, is what Jack does, so like that. Okay, now we're going to cover it with foil. Fortunately, I had some left over from all the hats that I made. Alright, we'll put this in the oven. And we're going to cook it for like an hour. See you then. Welcome back. Let's see. Oh, a little bit of foil. It's steaming though. The foil came off when I grabbed it. Lift off the foil carefully. You don't want to get steam burn, guys, okay? That was probably a really bad Jack impression. Alright, we're going to remove the turkey. Alright, now this is going to go into a stock pot. My Dutch oven that I was going to use is actually in the fridge right now. I made some very nice beef stew the other night, so it's being used to store that. But we will go ahead and dump this into the stock pot. I'm going to use a big one. Okay. First time. You know, it's really not that much. I think I'm just gonna use a smaller saucepan for this. I think that would be fine. This big stock pot might be overkill. Yeah, that's definitely big enough. I guess I gotta wash my big stock pot now, but that's okay. I'll just add a sticker for seasoning. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little winded. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I was doing some workouts while this was cooking, so let's get the stuff in here. But before we do that, we'll get the turkey back in to this pan. Heavy skin side up this time, I guess. Sorry for my hairy monster arm. Okay, and well, take the pepper off of there. Into the pot. Okay, we're gonna cover it back up, and we're gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. I didn't follow directions. I'm supposed to put the chicken broth in and put it back in the oven for 45 minutes. So I gotta dump this back with the turkey, pour chicken broth in, cover it, and then put it back in the oven. So I better do that while I'm... Yeah, I got the vegetables poured back in there, dumping the broth in. Alright, now I'm just gonna cover it and put it in the oven. I'm not gonna show it, I'm just gonna do it. Okay, it's all back in there. I got it covered and the timer set for 45 minutes, so see you back in 45. Okay, let's try this again. Oh. Don't get a steam burn, guys. Okay. Alright, let's take the turkey out. The cat is very disturbed by all this. I'm not sure why. Alright, let's go into the saucepan. There we go. And we'll put the turkey back in the pan. Alright, we're going to cover it again, and I believe we're going to put it in the oven just like the... Oh, no, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting all confused. We're not going to cover it. We're going to put it right like this into the oven for 20 minutes. Alright, we'll put our cream of chicken in, and the cream of mushroom now. And then we put in our packet of Lipton's onion mushroom soup mix. And we'll give this a stir. Right now mine looks significantly more brown than Jack's looked. Maybe it's just a lighting thing. I don't know. But we're gonna simmer this for like 10 minutes. Wait, that's 15. That's not 10 minutes. Alright, well I'll just like check on it when it says 5 minutes instead. Yes, I can do math. Just got about 3 minutes to go. I guess it's looking more like Jack's maybe. I watched the ending of this video again and I guess it is this color. So I guess it's relatively faithful. Honestly, for as long as they've been cooking, I imagine most of the flavor has probably cooked out of like the bell peppers probably. What is that? I don't know what that is. Must be, maybe it was part of the soup packet? I don't know. These look pretty done to me, but we're gonna put the gravy over the top of them. I have a feeling that this pan is going to be pretty awful to clean. I would say that it does smell good, but it's not a usual smell that I would prefer with wings. Kind of odd. All right, I guess we'll just dump the rest here. I have more gravy, of course, since I'm only using half the wings that Jack used. Okay, that's good. All right. We're gonna cover these now, and now I put them back in for 20 more minutes, and then they should be done. All right, in they go for the final time. That's 20. We'll take it out here. Have a look. Alright. I'm gonna let this cool for a while, I think. And then we'll come back and try it. Alright, here it is. I've let it cool. Now it's time to try it. Okay, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try one of the mushrooms first. Well, two of the mushrooms. Okay. It's about what you expect. It tastes like gravy. Let's take a bite of the wing. It's okay. It's kind of boring. I definitely prefer like buffalo wings. I prefer that type of flavor for this. This isn't really it's not really like a wing. It's more of like turkey and gravy. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like turkey and gravy. There's nothing particularly wing about it, I guess. But it's basically turkey and gravy. The turkey itself, it's definitely a good thing that it has the gravy, because it seems like it would be very dry otherwise. Take another bite. Yeah, the turkey is very dry. Even though it's totally soaked in gravy, the turkey is very, very dry. Not particularly flavorful. Maybe I didn't get enough seasoning on it, perhaps. I don't really taste any of the seasonings that went into it at all, really. All of the flavor is in the gravy. But it's not gross. Like, it tastes okay. You know, it tastes like turkey and gravy, like I said. But I would just, if you're gonna do wings, I would just make regular buffalo wings and it'd be better, for sure. But it's okay. It's all right. Even though they look nightmarish, they don't taste so bad. Just kind of boring. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. See you later.